Right. This listener is one of my favourite emails that he sent in. Was the one that he woke up and the woman said she woke up and called me clapped.
Oh, the you're clapped guy.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard that in fucking ages, and that was one of my. It's such a short email, but it was like short and sweet, and it always made me laugh. But he says, amazing, just amazing. Your bit on my previous question made me burst into laughter. Mate, you and me both. Uncle Joe is a walking legend. He has finally, after 70 episodes, graced us with his presence, and he did not disappoint. Big love to you all. This fucking episode, man, Joe's going to be like... He'd be wearing a suit next time you see him.
Turn up, but he's handing out cards.
It's fucking mental. So I have another wake-up horror. This guy is just... I don't know. I love him. Actually, in the email, I was like, thank you for sending in these stories. One day, hopefully, Jamie and I can buy you a beer. And I just felt that was like, his stories are so fucking great. I was like, I need to buy him something. So he says, when at uni, me and my boy, I'm not going to say his name, boy got wasted and we had a play fight in the dorm in our boxer shorts. We've all been there. I managed to cut my back quite badly at the time, and we didn't know until the next day. We woke up in the same bed. He was naked, and I had my boxers on but covered in blood. We got really freaked out as neither of us remembered anything, and he ran off to his class. I said quietly in my living room, having a complete freak out, thinking we had been slapping balls together all night. Until my other roommate climbs out of her bed and told us what had gone on. I cut myself, so everyone stopped us play fighting. My mate got in a sulk because he thought people were picking on him, so he went to what he thought was his bed and stripped off to go to sleep. We couldn't wake him up, so I got myself to bed. So my roommate told me she just shoved me in bed next to him, and I snored instantly. Safe to say, lads, alcohol is a hell of a drug. So this guy's got naked to go to bed in his bed, and then he's been trying to wake him up, but they basically pushed him on, and as soon as he hit the pillow, he fell asleep.
Fucking hell, that is one messy night, isn't it? That reminds me of about a million nights I had when I was younger.
It reminds me of fucking... Do you remember the Leaving Neverland? The thing about Michael Jackson molesting them kids?
Oh, yeah, fucking hell. Jesus.
There was a bit with one of the boys where Michael Jackson brings him up and he's like, what did you do with your boxer shorts last night? 'Cause he's really high. And he's like, why, what's wrong? And he's like, I found some blood. He's like, I think your ass might be torn. And he goes and he checks his boxer shorts and there's blood in them.
That's
and
disgusting.
I'm like, that's the fucking...
Imagine waking up thinking you had like some fucking full-blown gay sex to the point where you've made yourself bleed.
Well, you would do, wouldn't you? Because your ass, like, when well, it depends if his mate's fucking hung like a horse. Unless he's like got a tiny pecker, it would have bled, I think.
Oh, really?
But like, to me, I would wake up and I'd be like, if I had gay sex last night, I can't remember it. I'm probably not gay because it wasn't very exciting.
Yeah, true. True. I'd be like, what? I'd be like, what got me in this situation?
I think if anything, if you've got the blood on you, then you're the like catcher, and I think, well, there's me. I'm submissive then, isn't I thought I was the power. I thought I was the power top, but I've got drunk and I've just bent over and let someone take it. Oh, how many stories have ended? I can't even. Yeah, no, I can't imagine it. I mean, I'm sure it does happen. Did you ever watch that?
1,000,000%.
Did you ever watch that show about the UFC with the Jonas brother?
Yeah.
Kingdom. Was it Kingdom? Such a good fucking show. But yeah, like they he gets drugged, doesn't he? And he wakes up and he's like with his like he's like naked. He doesn't know what happened. That's my fear. Going to a party and waking up and then being drugged.
Yeah, it happens in Mayans in one of the seasons where he gets hooked on heroin and then all of a sudden he's in a mountain, and all these people like singing to him and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Could you imagine just waking up and you're like in some mental situation like that?
That's what we were saying about when you were like, oh, would you do that spiritual thing where you get drugged
ayahuasca.
up? And I was like, no.
Yeah, I'll be checking out that shaman, mate. I'll be making sure I'm not waking up with a bloody bumhole.
Check the size of his pecker. But, that's not big enough to do me any damage. That's fine. I'll take it. Thank you for your story. As always, it's amazing. And please calm down, because if the next story is you getting bummed, I don't think I'll be able to handle it. I think that's the only step up from that story is you actually getting bummed. So, but I mean, I've been proved wrong before. So if you do have another story, please send it in, and I'll be shocked like that.